has worked at home. These are the words of Bridget Eleshin, the first ever president of the Network of Family Systems Practitioners Africa. She is a family life mentor, and she will be exploring the question on why it is an oddity for husbands to bear their wives' names. We are very honored and glad that she could join us on Tea or Coffee this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. I'm glad to be here with both.
Thank you very
The
much for
feeling is
joining us
mutual,
today.
ma'am.
Yes, well, all right. So, despite it being legal for a man to take his wife's last name, why is it still considered a big deal and oddity for him to do so?
Okay. Traditionally, uh, it's not accepted. As in, we live in a society where it's, in quotes, the man's world. And so, basically, even if it's legal, most men will feel that they have become like soft in the head if they decide to take on their wife's name.
All
Because
right.
almost 85% of marriages, the women take on their husband's name. But we've seen that these are changing with gender equality movement. And so some men, instead of taking the traditional route, now decide to take on both their wife's name and their children. Then they form a new name. So it's like coming together in partnership. I bring my name, my husband brings his name. So instead of answering maybe election, which is my husband's surname, we now combine my surname and his surname, or combine his first name and mine to create a new name. But truthfully, we still have that issue of many people want to take their wife's maiden name. So they would rather stay with the name than change their name, because traditionally that's what has been. Some people have tried it when maybe the wife's surname is better in terms of their stance in society, they're richer and that thing, or they just feel the name that they have is not as good, or maybe it's infamous, something has happened and they just want it. So some men will go there. Almost 85% men would rather keep their name and let their wives take them without to change their name.
A lot of people feel like when they take up their husband's surname, the bondness, the unity grows. It fosters unity. How true is this, though?
Okay, this is very true,
Okay.
because you're starting a new family, and so you want to be able to be seen as one. So when you answer different names, people will see you as the odd one out. But apart from that, it's also how the man or the woman feels towards this. When I was about to get married, being the first of 8 children, I wanted to adopt my father's name and my surname, my current surname.
Okay.
And a senior friend asked me, an older friend asked me, what does this mean to you and what does it mean to your husband? You're forming a new family. You've left your father's house, you've left your father, and you're starting a new family. So what is your husband saying towards the man you're about to marry? And I asked this question, and my husband was like, this is a no-brainer. This is what is expected. I expect to take on my name. So it wasn't such a big deal for me to say yes, because I have looked forward towards getting married to him. But currently, because of the work we do, we are known as Team Election, which is also his name, but now we have the team in front of our name. So when they call us, me and Bridget Election, we call ourselves Team Election. And I've seen couples that adopted other names that is not traditionally the name, but there must be an agreement so that they have a name. It's like forming a partnership. You need a new name to say this is the two of us now. So it fosters unity.
Okay, so in situations where a name becomes a brand, right? So for us media personalities, or people who are on camera, people who are being looked at, celebrities, etc., etc., when their name becomes a brand and they have to get married to a woman, for instance, whose name is a brand, has to get married. How does she, for the sake of our viewers, because we're here to learn at the end of the day, how would you advise that she negotiates, keeping the brand name? Or in your opinion, should she keep her name as a brand, or should she even change, to her husband's name, in your opinion?
Thank you. You used the key word that I'm going to stay on, and that's being a brand.
Yeah.
You know, if the man met her with that name and that name has economic value, then they have to agree to say, are we keeping this as a brand name and then keeping other legal documents as the other name? Or you just want to keep your brand name and we still stay married? For some people, it's not an issue because they will keep their names and be married to the person. It is a conversation you must have. And what I always tell people in marriage, two cannot work together except they agree. So that agreement, that conversation is necessary. So if she has economic value tied to that name, then she becomes that name terms of our public son of our public personality or our profile. But at home, she's Mrs. Whoever she decides to be. So it has to be an agreement. You can't take that decision on your own. For some men, it's my name, OT. For some women, they are glad to take on a new name and put money known as this, but it's an agreement. If the man is uncomfortable, you can go ahead.
Okay, kindly enlighten us on the process that comes with changing your name after marriage. Because a lot of people believe that it's actually very stressful, very frustrating. So please kindly enlighten us on the process that comes with, changing your name when it comes to marriage.
Okay, when it comes to marriage or even any name change, you are expected, especially in Nigeria, to let the public know that you are changing your name. And then you definitely will go and swear or go to the court and
Court,
swear
okay.
an oath that this is who you are. And then you have to make a public notice. Here in Nigeria, you have to do it in the local government, or you put it out in newspaper, two newspapers where it shows that you have your name and you're changing your name. So I will now say, let's use myself as an example. After swearing, it now comes out in say, I, formerly known as Leshi, now wish to be called Bridget. So formerly known as wish to be called Bridget Leshi, and so all documents remain valid. In my former name are still valid, but now what I wish to be called. So the public knows. So if I have to go for an interview or I have to go for any business and people wonder why my certificate, it's proven that it's legal. So it must be, you must notify the public and the government. So it's a legal process. And it's not so, how do I put it? It's not as cumbersome as people think. And you can also use a third party to get it done if you don't have the time. Go, to the court. So there are people that will help notarize it and help you with the process.
All right. So, a lot of people, a lot of women would say that taking on a new name is essentially taking up a new identity.
Yeah.
Your surname wasn't Election before, but once you got married, you became Bridget
Election,
Election,
yeah.
as you said earlier. And it makes a lot of women sometimes apprehensive, nervous. It is a change, So what advice can you give to women who are newly married and are currently in the process of changing their names?
Okay? What I would say is what I told myself when I was getting married. years ago. What does this mean to me? Do I love the new name enough to bear it? Is it a name that I will be proud of? Is this something I will be proud to be a part of the family? So I had to weigh my options. Say, okay, is this okay? And then I had a conversation with my husband. Say, it's like I'm losing my identity. I've known at 28 years, and now giving up everything just to be with you and bear your name. I hope it will be worth it. And so far, it's coming to them and just asking me, what does the name mean? I always tell myself, it's whatever I call myself, what I am. So I am still Bridget. It has not changed. Only a surname changed. So I'm still my friend. So to the woman out there, you are who you are. You still have your values. You still have to have is your name. So what is in the name? What does it mean to you? So come to terms with that truth that I love man to be called his name. And that is how you bond with the person. Just to answer the name, have the conversation, and it's fine. Because I've seen people proper names. So they pick their father's name and they pick their name, and then they have their husband's name as well. If the man allows it, you guys have spoken about it, that's equally good. But whatever you call yourself, who you are. So I don't think you worry about it.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was a very deep and very insightful conversation that we've had with you this morning.
On a final note, how is team election at the moment?
We're doing well. Great.
Fantastic.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for sharing your opinion on this topic. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Bye, ma'am. Very interesting conversation. I love that team election. I think I'm going to do that with my family.
Team Adetiloye.
Team Oyeyipo. Whoop,
Team
whoop.
Oyeyipo.
It has to come with a whoop whoop too. Team
Oyeyipo. Whoop, whoop. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, I like, in fact, I was able to fetch a lot from what she has said, right? And I mean, I like the part where she addressed those working in the media and do not wish to change their name because, I mean, that is their brand. Your name is your brand. So, I mean, she already established that if you wish to retain your name, it is a conversation you need to have with your husband. It is a conversation you need to have with your wife, right? And for those that, the process of changing your name, she stated that you need to, it's more like you're declaring to the public that, okay, so this is my new name. There are processes to it. You need to go to the courts, do the needful. Basically, just declaring to the public that, okay, this is my new name. And I think she did justice to the topic.
I love the advice she was also giving about the new identity. Don't be apprehensive. Look at it as a new phase. Embrace this new change, embrace this new phase, because at the end of the day, you have spoken with your partner and this is what you want to do. So, the good thing is that you are not doing this alone, even if you're the woman in this case, or even the man, even if you're the one changing your name, you're doing this with somebody. You're not alone in this new identity journey, per se.